For thousands of years, every alien empire in the galaxy feared one place above all others. It was a silent region of space with no stars bright enough to warm a planet and no signal strong enough to cross its borders. It was known only as the Forbidden Zone, a place where no ship entered and no ship returned. The galaxy had many wars, many powerful weapons, and many ambitious rulers. But even the strongest armies refused to fly near that dark region. There were old stories ancient. Warnings about something inside the zone that watched anyone who came too close. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody wanted to know. The Eldari priests said the zone was cursed. The Vorax scientists said it contained unstable space-time. The Zillar Dominion said it was the grave of a forgotten empire. Every race had a different story, but all agreed on one rule: do not disturb the quiet zone. The law was simple. The fear behind it was not. Then everything changed in a single moment. All across the galaxy, from the smallest outpost to the largest capital world, alarms began to ring. Sensors that had been silent for centuries suddenly activated. The Forbidden region was no longer quiet. Something had entered it. Alien commanders stared at their screens in shock. "Impossible," one officer whispered. "Nothing can exist inside the zone." But the readings were clear. There was movement inside the dead space. A small distortion at first, then a massive energy spike. Something was arriving in the Vorax High Fleet Command. Panic spread through the bridge. Is it a weapon? Is it a cosmic storm? Has the zone awakened? The questions came fast, but nobody had answers. All they had were numbers rising, doubling, then exploding off the charts. A colossal warp tear opened like a wound in the fabric of space. Light poured out, brighter than any star in the region. Every ship in nearby sectors received the same message from the sensors: an unknown vessel has entered the Forbidden Zone. It was not Zillartech, not Eldari, not Vorax, not anyone the galaxy knew. Its energy signature was strange, old yet powerful, familiar yet impossible. The alien councils tried to identify it, but no empire claimed it. No empire recognized it. Then more data arrived, broadcasted from automated satellites that orbited the edge of the zone. What they detected made entire governments freeze in terror. The ship was human. For centuries, the galaxy believed. Humans were gone, erased by time, or wiped out in ancient conflicts. Humans were a myth, a whisper, a story told to scare children. But now an unmistakable human warship was moving calmly through the most feared place in the universe. The vessel did not send a message. It did not fire weapons. It did not even respond to scans. It simply drifted forward as if the Forbidden Zone meant nothing to it. As if the silence of the region was made for it, alien leaders felt the same cold realization spreading through their minds. If humans could survive inside the quiet zone, if humans could enter what no one else dared to touch, then humans were far stronger than the galaxy ever imagined. And for the first time in ages, the quiet zone was disturbed and the whole galaxy felt the danger. Across the galaxy, chaos spread faster than light. Every empire, every alliance, every military station received the same message at the same moment. A human warship has entered the Forbidden Zone at first, many leaders thought it was a mistake. Humans were gone, lost, erased from history. How could a human warship return from nowhere? How could it enter the most dangerous region in the galaxy without fear? In the Eldari Star Temple, the High Seers gathered around a glowing holotable. Their faces were pale. "The prophecies warned us," whispered one seer. "If the zone trembles, the ancient enemy returns." Another shook his head. "Humans are not supposed to exist anymore," but the data proved the truth. The ship's design matched ancient human patterns, sharp angles, heavy armor, brutal efficiency, and the energy signature was unmistakable. The seers felt dread rise inside them. In the Zillar Dominion, the Empress herself demanded answers. Her throne room shook as she shouted, "How did a human vessel survive the zone? How did it appear without detection?" Her generals could only bow in silence. None dared tell her that nobody understood. None dared say what they all feared. Humans should not have been alive. Yet one warship had come back from a place no one else survived in the Vorax Empire. The panic was worse. Their scientists had studied the Forbidden Zone for thousands of years. They knew better than anyone that the region destroyed all ships that entered. But now their screens showed a vessel calmly gliding through the darkness as if the zone welcomed it. "Impossible," murmured a Vorax admiral. "Nothing can live there." "But it is living," replied another, his voice trembling. "It is human." Across the galaxy, orders were sent, fleets were mobilized, and old emergency plans were activated. Entire governments switched to crisis mode. Memories of ancient wars with humans, wars so old they were almost myth returned to the minds of fearful leaders. There was one more problem, a terrifying one. The human warship was not stopping. It was moving toward the border of the zone, toward open space, toward the galaxy. Every empire knew what that meant. If the ship left the Forbidden Zone, nothing could stop it. In the Grand Galactic Council, where all major races sent representatives, panic filled the great chamber. Even enemies stood side by side, united by fear. The council master hit the emergency alarm. "We cannot allow a human warship to enter civilized space," he declared. "We must intercept it." "But how?" asked a trembling diplomat. "No ship that enters the zone can survive." Silence spread through the chamber. Everyone knew the truth. No empire had the courage to enter the zone. No fleet had the strength to face a human vessel that came out of it. The council master finally spoke what every race feared to say. "If humans survived the zone," he whispered, "then humans might be stronger than the entire galaxy combined." The room filled with gasps, fear, and desperation, because the ship kept moving, closer, 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 and the galaxy for years, the quiet zone stayed empty. No ships, no lights, no sound. It was a place the galaxy feared, a dead patch in space that every star map marked with the same warning: "Do not enter." But on this night, something finally changed. Commander Rhea stood on the bridge of the human research vessel Horizon 12. She stared at the monitors, unsure if she should believe what she was seeing. The main screen showed the quiet zone, silent and dark as always, yet a thin pulse of energy flashed across the scanners, a pulse that repeated, a pulse that formed a pattern, a pulse that looked like a message. Rhea felt a cold shiver in her chest. "Run the scan again," she ordered. Lieutenant Kai tapped the controls nervously. "Running it, ma'am." "But it's the same, exact same reading. This is not random. Someone or something is trying to talk." The crew exchanged uneasy looks. Nobody wanted to be the first to say it, but everyone was thinking the same thought. Who could send a message from a place where nothing should exist? The quiet zone was not just empty, it was erased. No radiation, no dust, no gravitational trails. Like a section of space carved out and thrown away. Every scientist who studied it failed to explain it. Every alien empire stayed far from it. Every explorer who dared to enter never returned. And now, after centuries of silence, the zone was talking. Rhea took a deep breath. "What's the message's origin point?" Kai swallowed. "Deep inside the zone, about 2 million kilometers from the boundary." 2 million kilometers. Much too far for any normal ship to survive. "Decode the pattern," Rhea said. The ship's AI, Aster, responded in a soft mechanical tone. Pattern translated. "It is extremely old. Older than any known alien civilization. Possibly millions of years." A chill spread through the bridge. "Play it," Rhea whispered. Aster projected the decoded sound into the air, a slow, distorted whisper, like someone speaking through broken metal. 3 words repeated again and again. We are awake. We are awake. We are awake. The crew froze. Even Rhea couldn't keep her steady posture anymore. The message wasn't asking for help. It wasn't warning them away. It was announcing something. Commander, Aster said, I've detected secondary signals behind the first message. Rhea tried to calm her voice. What kind? Aster paused for a moment. Signals that match ignition sequences. Ignition? For what? Engines, Aster said. Large engines. Several of them. Rhea's eyes widened. Something is moving inside the quiet zone. Before anyone could react, another alarm flashed across the bridge. The sensors showed huge shapes forming in the darkness, drifting slowly toward the boundary. Massive, silent, ancient. The message echoed again. We are awake. Rhea clenched her fists. Everyone to battle stations. We don't know what's coming out. But whatever it is was never meant to see the light again. And as the first object crossed the edge of the quiet zone, the universe learned the truth. Something had been sleeping. And now it was coming back. Could not decide whether to fight or to flee. The galaxy had feared many things across its long history. Planet killers, star eaters, and empires older than written memory. But nothing compared to what slowly emerged from the quiet zone that night. On every alien sensor across the galaxy, the same image appeared. Something huge was stepping out of the darkness. Commander. Rhea and her crew watched from the bridge of Horizon 12. The ship shook as their scanners struggled to process the scale of what they were seeing. Aster, the AI, recalibrated for the 6th time. Commander, I do not have words strong enough to describe this. Try, Rhea whispered. Aster projected the image into the holoscreen. A shadow larger than a moon glided out of the quiet zone. It had no engines, no lights, no obvious systems. It looked like a drifting city of metal tanks and broken towers. But as it came closer to normal space, cracks along its surface began glowing deep crimson. Kai gasped. It's waking up. And then a second shape appeared. And a third. And a fourth. All enormous. All ancient. All moving. The crew fell silent. This wasn't a fleet. It was something else entirely. Aster scanned the first colossal object again. Commander, these are not ships. Rhea's voice was barely a whisper. Then what are they? Aster processed the data, then delivered the answer in a soft, almost frightened tone. War machines. Human war machines. No one could breathe. No one could think. Humanity had many stories of their old wars, civil wars, colony wars, and the terrible age of collapse. But nothing in their records showed weapons of this size. How old are they? Kai asked slowly. Aster responded, at least 1 million years old. The bridge filled with a shock deeper than fear. These machines were older than most star systems. Older than most alien civilizations. Older than history itself. Rhea stepped closer to the screen, eyes wide. Why would ancient humans build something this large? Aster replied, because whatever they were fighting must have been worse. Before anyone could react, the first giant machine released a sound. Not a message. Not a warning. A mechanical roar, like a mountain tearing apart. The sound echoed across subspace, heard by sensors in every alien empire. Leaders across the galaxy froze as translators attempted to interpret the ancient vibration. And then the impossible happened. The giant machine turned. Its crimson lines pulsed brighter, symbols old. Human symbols ignited across its surface. Aster translated the message slowly, each word heavier than the last. Designation, Vanguard 01 mission. Resume operation. Objective: secure galaxy status. Target confirmed. Rhea felt her heart stop. What target? Before Aster could answer, another alert appeared. The giant machine had locked its ancient targeting systems onto something. Coordinates. Flash.1 target. 1 location. 1 world.earth. Kai looked at Rhea, terrified. Commander, it's coming home. Rhea took a breath that tasted like fear and fire. Then we need to get there first. Because if these million-year-old human war machines reached Earth, the galaxy wouldn't just panic, it would burn. Across the galaxy, panic turned into terror, and terror turned into silence. Every alien empire watched the same thing happen. The ancient human war machines, massive, moon-sized giants, were turning toward one single destination. Earth. On the bridge of Horizon 12. Commander Rhea's voice was steady, but her hands were tight around the command rail. Prepare full burn, she ordered. We need to reach Earth before those things do. Kai nodded quickly. If we leave now, we might beat them by a few hours. Aster, the AI, interrupted. Commander, the ancient machines have increased speed. Their propulsion systems are beyond anything humans or aliens have ever created. Rhea frowned. Then we need to go faster. The human ship ignited its engines, ripping across the stars toward home. It was humanity's first contact with its own forgotten past, and the past was coming back angry. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Council, panic turned into open chaos. Alien ambassadors shouted across the chamber. Humanity must be stopped. You don't understand, those machines will kill us all. If Earth controls them, no empire will be safe. The council master slammed his staff onto the platform. Silence. We cannot attack Earth. Not while those things are coming. A trembling diplomat whispered, what if Earth wakes them fully? What if humans control ancient doomsday weapons? Nobody answered. The entire room realized the same truth. The galaxy was no longer in control. Earth. Earth received the first scan reports 20 minutes later. In the Unified Defense Center. Alarms blared as the massive structures appeared on the holoscreens. Officers and generals stared in disbelief. One general whispered, "We made those?" Another answered, "No, our ancestors did. Long before our recorded history." The machines carried markings older than Earth's oldest ruins. Symbols carved by a lost age of humanity, an age powerful enough to shape galaxies. Earth's president stood before the defense command. Her voice was calm. We do not know why these machines are returning, but humanity will face its past with strength. Prepare defenses. Evacuate vulnerable colonies. And contact Horizon 12. We need answers. The machines arrive as Horizon 12 approached the solar system. The first giant machine drifted out of warp. Its red symbols flared like burning stars. Aster translated the next message. Mission status. Homeworld detected, primary command. Restore human dominion, secondary command. Eliminate. Foreign control, begin purge sequence. Kai went pale. It thinks the galaxy belongs to humans, and it plans to fix everything. Rhea felt her heartbeat slow as she whispered, it's not attacking Earth. It's defending it. But defending Earth meant destroying every alien empire. If these machines activated fully, the galaxy would fall in days. The decision. Rhea looked at her crew. We have one chance to stop this. We need to reach the Vanguard Corps, shut them down, or take control. And if we fail? Kai asked. Rhea stared at the burning giants filling the sky. Then humanity won't return as heroes. We'll return as conquerors. The crew readied themselves. The galaxy watched in fear. The ancient machines charged their weapons. And humanity stepped forward to decide the fate of the stars. The return had begun.